Spike and Nix dump out their buckets of candy and start unwrapping the wrappers. Twilight was helping Applejack with her family corn maze. While a scary movie was playing, Bon Bon came into the room and sat down with some popcorn. "Hey, Spike, Nix, slow down. You're going to make yourself sick," Bon Bon said, smiling. Suddenly, Lyra jumped from behind the couch yelling and scaring Bon Bon. "Sorry, what'd I miss?" Lyra asked. "Nothing. Just Spike and Nix being living garbage disposals," Bon Bon replied. Lyra looked. "I see," she said. "Seriously, kids, save some for Sweet Tooth." "Lyra!" "Who's Sweet Tooth?" Nix asked. Lyra and Bon Bon looked at each other until Bon Bon sighed. "Go ahead and tell them, Lyra," Bon Bon said. Lyra smiled and asked, "Spike, you remember that place filled with creatures called humans?" "You mean Canterlot High?" "Yes," Lyra confirmed. "About 35 years ago, Timothy Blake lived in that world's neighborhood. Timothy loved this holiday. He loved to dress up, go from house to house. But he was sad when he had to come home." "But that's the best part. That's when you get to eat all the candy," Spike said. "Not for Timmy," said Bon Bon. A brown boy walked up to his house dressed as Slender Man, carrying a bag flooding with candy, when he was greeted with two faces. His parents. He sadly enters the house. "You see, Timmy's parents were very strict," Lyra said. "They would let him go trick-or-treating, but they would never let him eat any of the candy. They said candy would make him fat and lazy." Timmy gives his parents the bag of candy, and they look inside. His father then points toward a door, saying, "Go to your room, son." Timmy sadly obeys. "Why let him go trick-or-treating if he couldn't have any of the candy? What do they do with it all?" Nix asked. "That's exactly what Timmy wanted to know," Bon Bon said. "So, one nightmare night, he snuck downstairs to find out. What he saw filled his heart with hatred. His parents were on the couch making out while eating the candy." "So they cheated him?" Spike asked. Lyra nodded in response. "What did he do?" Timmy's parents are asleep on the couch when he comes in holding a butcher knife. He approaches his mother and slowly raises the knife. His mother wakes up and sees the knife and screams just before the knife was plunged into her face, killing her instantly. The screaming woke up the father as he fell to the floor and saw what his son had done. Timmy picks the knife up and turns to his father. "No," said the father. "No, no, 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 no." Blood splattered on the wall. Bon Bon says, after he killed his parents, Timmy finally had his first piece of candy. He was hooked. He ate every piece his parents hadn't. But what? Nix asked. He wanted more, Bon Bon finished. Lyra leans forward and says, "Yes, there was." Timmy turns to his parents' dead bodies. "No way," Spike said. "Sadly, yes way," Lyra responded. Timmy ate every single piece he could find in his parents, but he wanted more. Now every nightmare night, every single nightmare night since then, his evil spirit comes back, trick-or-treating. If you don't share your candy, he will take it. All of it. Even the candy you've already eaten. Whatever it takes to satisfy his sweet tooth. Spike and Nick's gulp. It was 10:47 p.m. and Bon Bon was tucking Spike and Nix in. Nix likes to sleep with Twilight or sometimes Spike when she's afraid. As Bon Bon tucked them in, Spike asked, "Is it true what Lyra said? Not that I'm scared or anything, but is it?" "It was just a story, Spike. She was just trying to scare you," Bon Bon said. "Besides, you're a strong dragon. If he was real, I'm sure you could take him on." "You know, Spike, Bon Bon's right. Lyra is a bit of a douchebag." Bon Bon giggles. "Good night, you two." Good night. After Bon Bon left, Nix got out of the bed and pulled out a nutty butter bar. "What are you doing, Nix?" Spike asked. "Just in case Sweet Tooth is real, I'm placing a bar for him," Nix responded. Spike at first thought it was ridiculous, but then he remembered the times when stuff he thought wasn't real came true. Well, better safe than sorry. Lyra is sitting on the couch watching TV and eating candy. Bon Bon comes into the room. "What are you doing?" she asked. "Celebrating," Lyra said. "You think they enjoyed our story?" she asked. "We'd be lucky if they get any sleep tonight." "I think we may have taken it too far," Bon Bon said. Lyra scoffed. "Come on, Bon Bon. Sweet Tooth is a holiday tradition. They were bound to hear eventually. It's like a rite of passage." "I know, but it's just that you didn't have to be a genius," Lyra finished. "A douchebag," Bon Bon corrected as they laughed and hugged, sharing a king-size cocoa bar with peanuts while continuing to watch their movie. Spike and Nix were still in bed trying to sleep. Suddenly, there was a noise outside the window, and Spike went to check. He saw nothing. The streets were empty. "Do you see anything?" Nix asked. "No, nothing is out there. Every pony has quit for the night," Spike says as he continues to look outside. Suddenly, he heard it. An ominous voice saying 3 words. "Trick or treat." Spike gasped and ran back toward the bed. "What was that?" Nix asked. "No time! Get under the bed!" Lyra and Bon Bon were lying on the couch with stomachs full of candy. "Oh my gosh, I can't believe we ate it all," Bon Bon says. "I feel so sick," Lyra says as Bon Bon gets up. "Where are you going?" "To get some medicine before we do get sick," Bon Bon responded. Lyra laid back down and shut her eyes for a good 10 seconds until a shadow loomed over her and said those 3 words. "Trick or treat!" "Bonnie?" Lyra asked. Then she looked up and saw a human zombie. And before she could scream, the creature plunged its arm down Lyra's throat, ripping out her intestines as she muffled a scream. Bon Bon heard the muffled scream and left the kitchen to check on Lyra. "You better get ready, because Twilight's going to be home soon." Lyra didn't respond. "Lyra?" Bon Bon turned Lyra around, her eyes shut and guts hanging from her mouth. Bon Bon screamed as she backed away and bumped into something. She turned around and had one last scream before being slaughtered. Spike and Nix were under the bed. They heard all the screaming. "Spike, what do we do?" Nix whimpered. "I don't know." Then they heard footsteps and the door opened. Their eyes fell upon the nutty bar for a good 7 seconds, until a hand came out of the darkness and grabbed it. The hand then disappeared as the door closed. They were safe. "Everyone, I'm back," Twilight said as she entered the castle. She headed towards the living room, and what she saw made her scream. Lyra and Bonbon were lying on the floor, dead, in front of Spike and Nyx. Spike then muttered 3 words that Twilight heard clearly. "Sweet tooth came."
Happy Nightmare Night!
Well, hello there, my horror crew. I hope you enjoyed today's narration. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and click that bell. As you see right next to me are my social media links. They will be down in the description below if you want to check them out. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a scary day, my horror crew.